You know that since the pandemic started, when it started from China, and I just wanted to give you a brief, if you look at the number of people who died in China, those who died in Spain, those who died in Italy, those who have died in other countries where you don't have a BAME population, you would see certain risk factors are very common. Okay, this virus, let me say it is no respecter of persons. There have been so many reports, so many things said in the media that almost portrays us either as a reservoir for the virus or as more at risk than anyone else. Yes, in this country and pertaining to the UK in particular, or for example, in the US in particular, if you look at the hotspots where so many people have died, it is all about exposure. And then let's look at the BAME, that is the Blacks and minority ethnicity population as well. There are certain risk factors. The first factor would be occupation, for example. A great majority of our people, we live in the community, they do jobs that I call forward-facing roles. So for example, if you have 67% of the adult social workforce, okay, being from the BAME background in London alone, and these are people who work in care homes, who work as cleaners, for example, as bus drivers, as train drivers, in retail, in the hospitality sector. A great majority of these people are in contact with other human beings. So on a regular basis, they are talking to people. Now, the more you are in contact with infected people, the higher your risk.
So there isn't an issue actually relating to ethnicity as such. The issue is a question of the viral loads that our people are exposed to on account mostly of the jobs that they do. Is that the message I'm getting?
Exactly, exactly. That is what puts us at risk, because the report, the initial report that came out, let me quote something from the report. It said that social and economic inequalities, racism, discrimination and stigma, different risks at work, and inequalities in the prevalence of conditions such as obesity, diabetes, hypertension, and asthma, which can increase the severity of COVID. So many of our people work in forward-facing roles, so they risk high exposure to the virus. If you add it to the fact that, unfortunately, in the majority of our people, we are also at risk of developing obesity, diabetes, hypertension, and asthma. Now, these conditions are not just limited to us alone, even though the risks are higher in our ethnicity. The more of these diseases you have, and you are exposed to the viral load on a regular basis, then you are more likely to die from it.